Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game. This game taking place here on Turtle Rock version 1.6. Infi spawning under the name Ifi at the 4 o'clock position as the blue orc. Meanwhile, Yumiko spawning as the yellow human across over here on the far side. And it looks like we may be looking at paladin rifles again. Alright, I don't know if Paladin Rifle has just become more popular as of late. There's that Ultra of Kings, there's that farm, there is one peasant currently harvesting lumber. I am surprised that Yumiko isn't trying to maximize using the peasant returned trick in order to speed up that mining. There you go. As I said it, like as he's microing other things, you can see the pacing of those peons or those peasants as they're returning back, returning that gold. So for those of you guys who want a little bit of WarCraft 3 trivia, on maps such as Turtle Rock back in the day and Lost Temple in certain positions, players were able to place down farms and other buildings right in this position to straighten out the walking path, and you could actually mine efficiently with 4 peasants. That one additional peasant really threw off balance early on. So, well, how did they fix it? They slowed down the walking speed so that when you only had 4 workers, they would move considerably slower. Well, that being the case, if you override the AI or the management and the movement system here, you can actually get those peasants to walk at that normal full speed, even though there are only 4 workers, but it is incredibly micro intensive. Anyways, coming back here, we're looking at Yumiko getting up a tower, trying to speed build this farm. It looks like Yumiko didn't really know the timing on these farms here, delaying that very first rifleman. Meanwhile, the Farseer off on the far side of the map, able to clear out this giant sea turtle creek camp. The Farseer coming out at that 2-minute mark, or closer to the 2-minute mark, because, well, built that Altar of Storms first. Now, this will be a reminder to all of you guys out there watching on YouTube. If you guys have a free Amazon Prime subscription or want to support the channel, please consider subscribing to my channel on Twitch. If not, well, subscribe to someone. It is pretty much free money that you can give to other content providers out there, whoever you enjoy. Alright, let's take a look. Sea Turtle hatching. Who's going to get that final hit? Paladin gets that little bit of that experience. Now this peasant has to be, or militia has to be very careful. It takes a holy light right there. Units are just trying to retreat back there. Wolves are going to try and engage. There is 2 riflemen now out, and now with 2 riflemen, they're able to poke apart pretty quickly. Also some very good micro from these peasants as well, as we do see a grunt joining in on the fight. Alright, little bit of ranged damage, being able to protect. Thank you, Black Waltz, for the sub. Yeah, thank you for the sub. Everything it does definitely helps support the channel, especially during this transitionary period, which, well, seems like a very long transition period now. Not going to get into all the details until I can officially announce anything, but yeah, if anyone from work is actually watching these casts, talk to me privately, and I'll give you the info. Alright, Farseer able to take down the 2 ogre warriors there. That's going to be a very big deal. And now the grunt going after the paladin. This is an interesting call. The paladin is a strength-based hero and has the most amount of hit points. Has more hit points than these riflemen, but the riflemen cannot heal them, or the riflemen cannot be healed. So this is one of those balancing acts that is often done. The paladin actually hiding behind the riflemen, knowing that, hey, I can offer support to these riflemen much better, as we're seeing a lone spirit wolf trying to go after some of those units here. Alright, that forest troll gonna get taken out. Rifleman continuing to shoot down the Farseer as well. Paladin gonna come across, giving another holy light right there. And, well, we're waiting for that level 2 for that devotion aura, which then, well, getting extra armor on all of these riflemen mean that they take even less damage, and, well, makes that heal just that much more effective. Alright, we're going to take a look. 1 round of attacks, and you can see how quickly the Spirit Wolf's health seemingly drops to half pretty much instantaneously. 36 supply compared to 24. More riflemen getting trained up. Tech to tier 2 started. Meanwhile, we are already at Stronghold and getting up a Tauren Chieftain coming in from Infi. Infi, well, no stranger to human play, so perhaps understands what is going on here as we see the Farseer still creeping away from all of the action. This is incredibly important as the Farseer is able to continue to gain more and more experience still. After all this time, we're going to look at the Sea Turtle hatching. It will get taken down as the Paladin gets to level 2, and now looking to see if there's any other units hiding back across here. 2.2 compared to 2.1, no scroll of regeneration. So one of the benefits here is that the Paladin doesn't need to get an arcane vault up early. We do see a fair number of militia making their way out, and we're going to be going after the Ogre Warrior creep camp. Interestingly enough, the Rifleman, because it got ensnared in that frontline spot, loses aggro. And by losing aggro, that low hit point Rifleman, well, didn't need the heal. Circuit of Nobility going to get picked up there. Beautiful item for that Paladin, who now has +3 to every single stat. All right, take down the Forest Troll Trapper, pick up a Tome of Strength, and continue to move around. What is he going to do? Pick up a Staff of Teleportation. Meanwhile, the Farseer being incredibly aggressive, clearing out a very difficult creep camp with only a level 1 Tauren Chieftain and a level 2 Farseer. The Tauren Chieftain is going to be shy of level 2, and the Farseer is going to be shy of level 3. Meanwhile, the Paladin himself has gotten to level 3, while the Paladin is, I believe, well, waiting to shop, pick up a Scroll of Regeneration, and then perhaps make his way, or a Staff of Teleportation, to regroup with everyone. So, alright, delivering the heals every way possible. Scroll of Regeneration, well, able to do exactly that. And now also adding in a Ring of Protection +4 onto that Paladin. Now, oh, there's no Watcher Ward anymore. Alright, so version 1.6, there is no Watcher Ward being dropped from the shop, as that just gave too much information and sight. There's a Tome of Strength. Is that going to get picked up? Yes, it is. Going to go after the Giant Sea Turtle. Now that Giant Sea Turtle could easily get finished off here. Paladin still making its way over, trying to pick off some other units. Paladin sitting at 850 hit points and climbing still. Nearly 12 armor. Very difficult to finish off. Well, effective hit points, 12 times 6 is 72, so effectively 72% more hit points when you're only considering base damage. And then, well, add in the fact that there's natural regeneration and things like that, and things can get crazy pretty fast. All right, there's a lightning shield, there's a stomp, and that Tauren Chieftain is lined up to deal large amounts of damage. One Grunt about to get taken down. No, Grunt able to back away at 145 hit points. Meanwhile, well, Rifleman down to 105 hit points. He is gift wrapped and will get finished off. There is another stomp here, and Infi with that lightning shield, well, really spreading out a lot of damage, making it to, eventually able to easily target and finish one off. Scroll of Town Portal trying to retreat back out. 2 Riflemen perhaps would have been lost, but no, there's a lightning shield on a departing Rifleman right there, and the Blood Mage. The Blood Mage is stuck. All right, Staff of Teleportation, Transportation, gonna go ahead and teleport off to the far side. There's a Siphon Mana as well. There's a Scroll of Regeneration. Oddly enough, I don't think Lightning Shield actually disables the healing on a Scroll of Regeneration, even though it does actually deal damage, compared to a Wand of Illusion attack that doesn't do damage, auto attack, but still does in fact disrupt that regeneration ability. Oh, Raider's going to come across here. This is going to be bad. A potential Creepjack. Blood Mage needs to retreat back. That Gargantuan Sea Turtle down to 300 some odd hit points. We're going to see a big Holy Light finish off the Gargantuan Sea Turtle, and in order to just get the item, there you go. There's going to be a Potion of Greater Healing on that Paladin. Both sides are going to be able to fight their way through a little bit more. Blood Mage wants to siphon mana away from that Tauren Chieftain again, as we're looking at some damage still racking up here. That is a lot of Riflemen gunning down a particular target. We're going to see an Ensnare go down here. Are we going to see some more damage perhaps come back across? Perhaps unable to get off a true proper banish, as we see a scout farm and a scout burrow being built off to the south. All right, Militia backing away. Paladin diving deep here. We're going to see a little bit of an engagement. Perhaps a Grunt going to get finished off here. There's a Stomp. There's a Lightning Shield, and there's a problem. as, well, not enough siphon mana there. All right, another low hit point Grunt trying to retreat back. Is he going to get finished off here? One or two more shots. There's another stomp again, and that's only the level 1 stomp variety. Remember, only level 1 stomp. There's siphon mana, removing mana from the Farseer here. There's a chain lightning bouncing around as another stomp goes down here. Lightning shield also on the Raider here. We're still looking at more engagement. There's a scroll of healing. There's a holy light trying to transfer mana back in, but the Paladin seems to be okay, at least for now. 50 supply compared to 47. Yumiko gets a heal back onto that Blood Mage, and both sides are still engaging. Grunt finally gets taken out here. Both sides exchanging blows as the Paladin doesn't have a Scroll of Town Portal, so he's kind of forced into this fight here. No way to, Scroll of Town Portal back home, as we're looking at another drain back into the Paladin. All right, Blood Mage now actually has the ability to banish units if necessary. More Holy Light. This unkillable army, so to speak, doesn't protect against magic damage nearly as well as you see. Are we going to see that Rifleman? Yes, finish off that unit there. Rifleman traded for a Raider. Both sides still exchanging blows. Are we going to see another Holy Light onto that Rifleman? Yes, he stays alive again. And remember, that additional bit of armor now going to increase even further as he gets to level 2 Devotion Aura. All right, the Riflemen now have 4 armor, so these are essentially 1-2 upgraded Riflemen going up against 0-1 Grunts. That is quite the difference there as they retreat back. All right, 500 words a minute. Maybe that's why my kids don't listen to me. I just talk too much. All right, coming back through. Blood Mage gonna, well, go after this Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp. Bro, you are doing a great job casting. Thank you. Feel well rested, even though I got to make Thanksgiving dinner later today. Giant Sea Turtle gonna get finished off here. Gargantuan Sea Turtle taking quite a bit of damage. Gonna retreat back here. Paladin is gonna come across. Blood Mage really wants to get to level 3. Once you get to level 3 on that Blood Mage, the amount of mana you siphon grows considerably, as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle Blood Mage just shy by 8 experience. All right, so just shy by 8 experience there. We're going to see a little bit of damage. Perhaps just try to focus down a wolf. 350. There's a quick banish. And now we're going to perhaps get in front. And are we going to get another banish? No, just a siphon mana, removing that precious mana away. Blood Mage really wanted that level 3. Back to the south here. Peon slowly trying to break the farm. Meanwhile, oh, this could be interesting. If the Rifleman can actually shoot down this watchtower in time, it would give the Blood Mage level 3. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see a level up? Yes, we are! A watchtower, while being built, has no armor. Even though reinforced defenses was done, this will give level 3 to the Blood Mage, level 2 siphon mana, and that changes every... Oh, nicely played by Infi. All right, so Blood Mage banishes the Rifleman. Oh, there's a siphon mana. Are we going to see there's a stomp there? All right, so Tauren Chieftain able to back away again, and in order to shake that potential surround. We are looking at a couple of scout towers, guard towers here. That is a lot of towers, and well, the Raiders are going to try to dive on into this position. Meanwhile, all right, are we going to see a couple of easy shots? That wolf, one more. No, needs a couple more rounds as well. Tauren Chieftain a bit separated from the rest of the army, and that Tauren Chieftain hasn't been able to do much. Meanwhile, we're looking at a Rifleman attempting to shoot down this watchtower. This watchtower, once it is done, is going to have reinforced defenses and should win out in the battle, especially with the Peon repairing. All right, well, Paladin Blood Mage making their way down across here. You're going to see the repairs. Going across here with Rifleman down to 200 hit points. Gonna go straight after that unit again. Are we gonna see a Holy Light onto that Rifleman? Yes, no overheal there. Peon quickly gonna get finished off. Blood Mage and Paladin still do not have a Scroll of Town Portal. Playing with fire. Yumiko has been microing extremely well, but well, doesn't have a way to get out of sticky situations. This is a bit problematic. Yumiko now going into low upkeep as well. Should lose a peasant or two, or get reinforced defenses, or better lumber harvesting, as we're going to see the Voodoo Lounge quickly get focused through. Taking down a Voodoo Lounge is key. There's some siphon mana as well, removing the possibility of heal. There is a Rifleman lost in transit. that's not something you really want to happen very often as the Blood Mage tries to get in position. There's a Siphon. Oh, Siphon mana only to be stopped by a quick what's it called right there with a Ensnare. Rifleman continuing to shoot. There is a Potion of Invulnerability used. Lightning Shield being cast all the way around as the Riflemen are actually, well, properly surrounded. Lines are not well defined or drawn here. The Riflemen are a little bit more tanky, but they can't take so much exposure from these dire wolves who do deal a critical strike damage while attacking with normal. Yumiko could be losing a couple bits of lightning or a couple bits of units due to all of this lightning damage due to the lightning shield and also these chain lightnings going around. All right, Rifleman perhaps should be focusing down onto the Shaman instead. The Shaman, well, with that, while applying lightning shield, are doing large amounts of damage. And, well, with the Rifleman shooting at this unarmored armor type, would be doing more damage as well. 48 supply compared to 51. And both sides still exchanging blows. You can see Lightning Shield trying to be applied, trying to pick off and tick off other units here. There's a bunch of peasants out here on the battlefield. There's a Holy Light, more as the, well, Rifleman finally going after those Shamans there to try and stop it, but it may be too little too late. A little bit of, well, a little bit more damage. Are we going to see that Raider get taken down? And no, down to 21 hit points. He's able to survive. More reinforcements coming across from the Orc side as they have to, don't have to travel nearly as far. All right, more Holy Lights coming across here. Blood Mage has nothing to siphon mana from, so this is actually a bit of a problem going up against the Orc army, as there's not that many units that have mana aside from perhaps the Shamans, but the Shamans are also low as well. All right, coming back through, Tauren Chieftain still coming. Peasants are, well, causing a bit of traffic, and remember, these peasants essentially have O2 upgrades because of that devotion aura. This is not something you normally see. A very, very, well, high, just a beefier peasant, since peasants normally do not have that ability. There's some siphon mana. Thank you very much. Arcane Vault going to try and build up an outpost here. We can see this Rifleman going to make its way back down, try to stop this Great Hall. There's some siphon mana back into the Paladin again. Needs to get some more Holy Lights onto these units as we're going to be getting into an engagement. There's a Holy Light right there. All right, auto attack onto some of those big targets is going to be key. Are we going to see an engagement? Yes, we are. And, well, there was, I believe, a Scroll of Healing used there. Both sides still fighting. Peasants unsure of what to do. Holy Light, Lightning Shield. Both sides fighting. Potion of Mana onto the Paladin. Paladin needs to use that Potion of Mana and be able to heal back up. There's some more Siphon Mana as the Tauren Chieftain loses the opportunity to stomp. That's a big lost opportunity there as the Riflemen were able to dance away, minimizing the damage on the Lightning Shield still. All right, low hit point Shaman trying to retreat back. This little Arcane Vault outpost trying to add a little bit of additional support. Is the Paladin going to be able to Holy Light that Rifleman? No, they're just running away here as we're looking at some more Riflemen getting shot across the board. All right, there goes another Rifleman going to get taken down. Paladin finally has enough mana as that Grunt retreats back. We're still looking at a couple of ensnares. We're looking at perhaps another Holy Light onto that. Nope, not in time. Paladin was about to raise his hammer, but unable to get or finish the job and close out the deal. All right, units still double backing around. 33 supply compared to 50. Infi is on the run. Yumiko has the smaller army. Yes, doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what's happening as the Farseer retreats back here. All right. Merry Christmas. Be thankful. Yes. Now, if you're thankful... No, I don't want to do that. That like feels like putting pressure. Like, if you're thankful for me, subscribe. But, if you want to do what PJ Nom Nom said, thank you. It does help. All right, Raiders coming back around here. Tauren Chieftain getting ready to line up. There is another Siphon Mana, only followed by an Ensnare. All right, 50 supply compared to 36. This is not looking good for Yumiko. The army size of Infi is just too much, and he has an Expo. So, well, Yumiko needs to deal some damage with a smaller army here. This is not looking good at all. There's some more Siphon Mana. Paladin still seen at level 4, but the level 5 Farseer, level 4 Tauren Chieftain is outclassing the level 4 Paladin, the level 3 Blood Mage still, as the Rifleman doing a little bit of that dance going back and forth. Never got the never got the level 2 armor upgrades that I would have expected. That additional little bit of armor upgrades may not sound like much, but it really does add up, allowing that Holy Light to be just that much more effective in terms of the heals. As you look now, it is also 1-2 upgrades on the Orc army. Farseer has a Scroll of Town Portal, can easily get out of this spot if necessary. Farseer down to 257 hit points, and now going to try to break through. Are we going to see a Holy Light? Yes, onto the Blood Mage, trying to, well, take down that Farseer. Farseer going to, well, wow, Farseer falls. All right, Farseer falls at level 5, but at what cost here? There's going to be a Siphon mana, and now we're still fighting with this army here. 26 supply, or 19 supply compared to 36. More Holy Lights coming across here. Blood Mage still battling it up here. Not quite sure why the Farseer fell in that spot, as the Rifleman able to dance and back up again. Alright, you can see how much damage that Rifleman is taking. More mana onto that Blood Mage. Farseer quickly gets resurrected from the Tavern. Are we going to see a Holy Light onto that Rifleman? We should. There's a Holy Light onto the Rifleman. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain has an Invul Potion. Paladin's going to be in trouble. Paladin, is he going to get banished? No, he is not. Not enough mana to banish the Paladin to save him, and that should be the game. Level 4 Blood Mage by himself. We're looking at 54 supply compared to 23. Obviously, Yumiko doesn't know the supply counts, but 2 level 5 heroes, and just looking at the screen, the army, well, there's the Blood Mage, there's a Rifleman, and that is all she wrote. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.